Hey everybody, welcome to Hack the Dino episode 61, coming to you live on Twitch TV. Just before we get started, we are streaming live, and as such, there's always going to be a couple of hiccups. We're looking at fixing our stream at the moment, so if it sort of freezes for a bit, it's not your computer or your internet, it's ours, but it will right itself.
It's the Australian Broadband Network.
It'll be good, I promise. I'm Ben Rosenthal, that's Dan McGuinness. And over sitting here that you can't really see, but that's his hand.
Hello.
Is content manager Braden Dixon. So if you're in the chat, feel free to say hi to him and he'll convey some really interesting questions you may have to myself and Dan.
Ashraf says it's hot.
Good.
It is hot. It's not that hot, actually. It's a nice day.
Yeah. We're on Twitch at the moment. 24 hours. This video will go up over on YouTube without all the dropouts that you may see or hear or whatever. But we're also over on SoundCloud and iTunes and all those other types of podcasts where you can get audio-only versions. So if you don't want to see our faces, and why wouldn't you, head on over there and subscribe and leave a review.
Do it, do it. We're also over on Twitch for the people watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, I said that at the top of the show.
No, you said that we're over on YouTube. You did.
Okay, Dan. It's a good thing this will be up on YouTube so we can watch back and I can take this snippet out and play it next show.
Links in the descriptions.
This is our very first show of the year 2019. We're now living in the future, technically. So we thought it'd be a good idea, this show, to go back and well, not go back, but look forward. So it's the opposite of looking back. Look forward as to what we think or our predictions for the year 2019 may have for the video game universe.
Oh, video games? I've been predicting the UFC.
Oh,
damn it.
Good old sports.
My list is ruined.
Brock Lesnar will come back.
He'll get punched.
No, he really won't. He'll probably eat the punch.
He'll just eat a punch.
But first, Dan, what have we been playing this week?
What have I been playing? Well, I have been playing, obviously, I always talk about my live streams, but I've been playing a couple of things this week. But first up, I did a live stream of Dusk.
Dusk is so cool.
I know. Skip this bit, Braden. This is
Thanks, Dan.
Seriously, go to the middle of it. This is
Thanks,
the worst
Dan.
part.
There we go.
Oh, Braden.
That was the best part.
Make me look bad.
Here we go.
Basically, so I was going to stream Black Mesa this week, which is the remake of the Half-Life 1.
Yep.
And my computer went, woohoo, just before it was about to start, and it pooped itself. And so I just did my, I just knew Dusk was going to work because it runs off of a floppy disk.
It runs off the 90s. With the power of the 90s,
it is, it's true.
You're able to play Dusk.
And so I decided to do that. And as you can see here, you can see actually the people on YouTube and Twitch can see my head popping out from the top of the our screen up there. That's good. I like that. So yeah, I did this.
You like seeing yourself?
Oh man,
I'm
all over myself.
Who would have thought that you like just looking at you?
Yeah, I love it.
We know.
Yeah, and for those who don't know what Dusk is, I mean, I talk about Dusk all the time, but for those who don't know what it is, see like I can lift it up.
Floating.
It's basically a new game, and it's a cross kind of between Doom, old school Doom, and Quake, kind of thing. It's got the vibes. They're trying. It's a really fast, really shooty, first-person shooter with no story whatsoever.
No,
but you're fine with that. You get little like snippets of stories and that. Like this. I played the facilities, and its schnick was, there was like a lab with experiments happening, and you don't know why and stuff like that. It was very, very cool. So I did that. Also this week, I ventured out into playing some other stuff. I downloaded a game on Steam called Bladed Fury.
Bladed Fury. I've never heard of this. What is it?
Bring that one up, Braden.
Oh,
yes.
This looks cool.
Yeah, so Bladed Fury is...
That kind of looks like a 2.5D platformer.
I don't think it is I think it's purely
just 2D.
2D.
No, there's a half there.
No,
it's got a shadow.
There's not. There's no.
I can see how it's 2.25D.
If it has a shadow, it's
2.1D.
0.06.
But anyhow, yeah. So this is as you can see, a sideways scroller, a platformer where you play a ninja girl, wronged. That kind of vibe.
Revenge.
Well, kind of revenge. It's kind of like your dad gets killed and then you get blamed for killing your dad.
Right.
Like that's someone coming.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, and then we always murder our dads, and it's basically just one of those ones like what are they called? Metroidvania kind of one. You know, you can't get in here yet. You go here, you build up your moves, you fight bosses, and it was just a very cool, slick game. I was thinking of doing it for a stream,
right?
And it's very good. So I did that one.
Speaking of the stream,
yep.
Ashraf makes a little connection. Does it feel a bit Dead Cellsy?
Yeah, it's a little bit Dead Cellsy, but it's not quite as hard.
Okay.
It's nowhere near as good as Dead Cells.
Right.
Like Dead Cells has like a level of polish and intricacy and weapons, and like this is it. You just upgrade the weapons you kind of got. You get like your heavy attack. You just saw before she brought out a big sword.
Yep.
And stuff like that. Then I've also played this week. I got into.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Drumroll. I played Fortnite.
Holy smoke!
Yep, this is actually my footage of me playing Fortnite right now.
Wow!
You can see how good I'm going to go. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know how to build a wall. I'm like, oh, a gun. I got scared of that.
Was your heart palpitating when you were playing it?
No, you can see the dying up in the corner there. No, I was just playing it like how I used to. I thought I'll just play it like Battlefield.
Right.
Didn't work. You can see here I'm just hiding, waiting for someone to come out. Yeah,
that's generally what people do when they first start playing it. Is they just hide and they get in like the top 10 and think they're really good, and then just gone.
Yeah.
So taking from someone who played a lot of it and has gone through the motions over the past couple of seasons, I found the best way is just go looking for fights.
Yeah. It's
you just die and like you'll hide, but you won't get any better.
But I don't know if we'll get up to it, but I think the first person I met I killed, and I was like, oh, this is. See this guy up there, up on the mountain?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, look at this. Oh, I'm gonna follow this guy.
Yeah.
And
right.
But anyhow, I got into that, but the thing I found really cool about it, obviously I had a couple of rounds and I died.
Yep.
But I liked that when you die, you look at this.
Oh, you snuck up on him.
Yeah. But I'm like, how are you building houses? So I decided I'm going. Oh, he's gonna think he's gonna come after me, so I'm gonna go around the edge here. Yeah, right. So what I liked about it is when you die, you can obviously see the person that killed you, and you can just watch them as much as you want.
Yep.
And I watched some of the dude that killed me, and the dude that killed me won the whole game.
Oh, really?
And he was bonkers good at it. He was like within seconds, he would just like build a house around himself. And you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if this is the type of game where look, I wouldn't have had to build a wall there.
Got really, so you haven't got really great weapons there, by the way. That's a good gun, but you need a higher difficulty. This guy's going to absolutely slaughter you.
No, man, I think I killed him.
Really?
Yeah.
The guy building right now?
Yeah, I reckon. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But anyway, yeah. So this guy was building wall. There he is.
Yep. Oh, he hasn't got any shields. Oh, you might kill him.
Well, will I kill him? The big Fortnite off. Wait, he just keeps building houses. No, I'm dead.
No, you're gone. He's got a shotty. You're gone.
I'm dead.
There he is.
Well, the first time I did this might be not be my first game, but I went quite good. I played 36. There we go.
Cool.
Anyhow, Fortnite. So I got on the Fortnite bandwagon. I'm gonna give it a couple more goes, see if I can get a bit more into it.
At some point, I want to do a stream with you.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
No, we'll do duos.
Yeah, I reckon that's the thing that I reckon would made it heaps better. Being able to play with someone, and that's why I was like, oh man, if I had a team of 4, like. This would be heaps easier.
Yeah.
Because like if we'd come across that guy, we just would have killed him. And if one person...
Well, duos, you're up against other people who are also in duos.
Oh, okay. So everyone in my
thing was specific
on...
game mode. So you were doing solo there, which means it's you against everyone else.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do a duo, it's a team versus a team versus a team versus a team.
Yeah. Anyhow, moving on. So that's what I played this week. What have you been playing, Ben?
Well, Dan, I'm glad you asked. I've been playing all the hottest hits of the 80s, 80s, and 80s here on Hack the Dino.
$5 cash.
You can tell I used to work in radio. I've been able to play a lot. Yeah, I know you're giggling about what's about to come up. I had a lot of free time during the Christmas and New Year break because no one knows what's going on in those weeks. Is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? Maybe it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know.
What year is it?
You're in this sort of haze, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to play video games. That's all I did.
You're going to use all the footage, Brady.
So I ended up going out one night with King Kaiju.
Yeah.
And we went back to his place and played some SNK Heroines. I'd never played this game before. He had it. He likes the SNK fighters.
The franchise.
So this was the all-female one, which was, I don't know whether it was supposed to be empowering or not, but it certainly isn't. Because...
Are these female versions of the characters?
One of them, Terry Bogard is, but all the others are females from other SNK fighter games. But the costumes, I don't know if these costumes are
legit
canon or whatnot, but she's not wearing any top besides her overalls there. And they are all those...
Jeez,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
that's a
right.
lot.
Every costume is along those lines. It is... I mean, it's a button masher.
A thrasher.
It was an okay fighter. It was fine, but it was just really off-putting. Like,
oh,
it's
bum 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 bum. There's a whole genre though, of these sexy games.
Yeah.
There's those games where you shoot clothes off. There's games where you beat up zombies, and as you beat the zombies up, their clothes fall off. There's so much of this. Clothes fall. Yeah, they're the bouncyisms.
Why are they fighting in bikinis?
Because I remember
because they needed to sell units.
Yeah.
There was one of the fighting games came out when fighting games were massive on the PS1. Like, I remember they had it had breast jiggle in the
boob physics. This has got that as well.
Yeah, in the options.
Yeah, it's
how good's all the little things that come out of people.
Anyway,
when they
I've
get
also
hit?
been playing.
You want to move on?
Yeah, I really do.
Not
Raiden
sure
was
how-
sort of transfixed there.
How YouTube friendly it is.
I've been playing Dead Cells.
Oh.
I finally got it. I got it a couple of gift vouchers for Christmas. So put them all into my Nintendo eShop and grabbed Dead Cells. Man, that's really cool.
So-
It's hell hard. It's a random generator roguelike. It's
So it's like Spelunky.
yeah, cool game. So smooth, so satisfying to play. I'll never finish this game. I've said it numerous times.
Does it have?
on
Oh,
here.
that guy got slammed.
Yeah.
Does it have an ending?
It has an ending, yeah. Yeah. I won't reveal what it is. I know what the ending is because I knew I'd never finish this game, so I thought, well, I want to see the ending.
I like that. You don't open doors; you smash them.
You can open them.
Oh, can you?
You can open them or you can smash them. So I like that even more. It gives you the option to be unnecessarily violent.
Dead or Alive. Oh, that was the game. Yeah, that had the Ashraf just said on the thing. Dead or Alive with the game with the boob physics.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, there
of
I
course.
meant. Yeah.
So yeah, Dead Cells, really good game. In case you haven't heard from everyone else this year or last year.
It didn't win though.
No, I won a couple of the Game Awards. It won and something.
Yeah, it'd have to have won something.
But yeah, it's worth your time.
But look
Just
at that.
don't expect to finish it.
Look at this is like pixel graphics to the max. Like,
Yeah. Oh, it's
this is-
great.
No game that came out in the time when pixel graphics were around could do this.
So when
They
you
wouldn't be able to do it. It's
No,
too
no,
much.
no.
when you die, you can upgrade, as you can see here. You can upgrade things and upgrade your health and everything. But when you die, it all goes back to 0, and you can get certain you reserve your
Your setup?
not setup. You can start the game with like 10,000 gold. Like, you can buy upgrades. So when you respawn again, you have that 10,000 gold. You're not back at 0.
You like set yourself up.
So you get you get to a point where your character will always spawn with that gold.
Yeah.
From an
So
item.
it's a cool game. I really enjoyed it, and I will be playing it more. But again, it'll be a game I never finish. And a game I did finish that isn't going to come up on the screen, so I'll just tell you about it.
Is
a game.
Braden will find it on the internet.
I refer to this game as global warming. Global warming journey.
Global Norning. I love Norning.
Global warming journey. I'm talking about Abzu, the game that came out 2-3 years ago. You play a robot man going underwater, swimming with all the fishes, destroying all the other robots, which you came from, maybe? I don't know. I didn't quite understand that. But you befriend a shark. He's a big old shark boy.
And Lava Girl?
Sorry?
That's a millennial joke for all you millennials out there.
What's a
Shark Boy and a Lava Girl.
Yeah, that's Robert
What's that?
Rodriguez's.
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, right. Okay. Hilarious.
Glad you got it, man.
Who was the
Fridge.
female in that movie?
Oh, who knows?
Because
The
I
guy
was an
Taylor
extra.
Lautner.
Wasn't it just Robert Rodriguez's kids?
No, there was the girl, I forgot her name, but she was in Adelaide filming a film, and I was an extra in it.
What?
Yeah, I was a person in the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyhow, let's talk about this game.
Yeah,
Is this made of the Journey people?
No, but they used Austin Wintory. They basically ripped off Journey every way they can. That's why I called it Global Warming Journey. So this is after...
the oceans have risen.
Yeah. Again, they tried to do something very similar. It doesn't feel the same as Journey.
He's got the mana ray.
Yeah, you can ride on them. It just doesn't feel as good. Basically, I don't know how to describe it. The feeling isn't there. The gravitas of it isn't there. It's just not like Journey. You sit there and you go, "Holy smoke, this is amazing!" And then halfway through that first level, spoiler, where you get a helper, and then you realize that helper is actually a real person. It is just amazing. That doesn't happen here. It's a very relaxing game. It's not too stressful. You cannot die in it. I know because I'm awful.
In Journey, the other person was real.
Yeah, the person who comes up.
I didn't know that.
They pop up in the credits. Their username.
Yeah, you're playing again with someone.
I can't remember.
So when they run away and they try to show you something, that's someone trying to show you secrets.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Anyway,
it reminds me of recently everyone has been going crazy over Subnautica. Have you heard of that?
Is that because it's free at the moment?
It was free at one stage, and I so wish I'd grabbed it. And I was just like, I watch people play it now. I'm like, oh my god, it's just endless underwater. Like, you can keep going deeper and deeper and finding bigger and awesomer monster. And there's the stuff that it's so hard to get to. With the stuff, just so much exploration.
Yeah, I think this is where this game fell short. They tried to be, I think, minimalist like Journey, but it just didn't.
It just came up as
lazy. Not lazy, just very thin. It took me maybe 2 hours to finish, and I wasn't rushing it at all. I'm not really inclined to go back to it, which is a pity because I dropped $30 on it to play it on the Switch. Yeah. Well, these things happen sometimes.
Some of our viewers are saying Subnautica is a great game and is worth playing. Even worth paying for. I haven't planned to do it.
There's your shark friend.
I'm going to turn the aircon on. I'm boiling hot.
Really?
That's fair.
You need to learn how to regulate your temperature.
I can't.
Regulate.
Anyway, that's what we've been playing so far in the past week. Man, I'm glad that noise will come up on our screen.
It won't come up. Viewers out there, if you can hear that,
Sign
send me a postal letter about it.
And he won't tell me. All right, let's get on to a little bit of gaming news once Dan gets back.
Come back. Gaming news.
Gaming news. There have been some rumors, backed up with some evidence, that both Witcher 3 and Persona 5 may be coming to the Switch. Persona 3 came from a listing on a French French wholesale site.
Persona 3?
Witcher 3
5.
and Persona 5.
There you go. You said Persona 3.
I'm sure I did. So Witcher 3 might be coming to Switch. We can see some footage here of him battling some red dragons. Sure.
Red Dead Dragons.
And Persona 5.
Oh, I stabbed him.
The announcement came recently that Persona 5 R is coming to the PlayStation 4, but there's been no announcement of a Switch version yet.
This game has so much style, eh?
Persona 5?
Yeah. I've got this game and I played a big chunk of it. It's like, it's good. Like, so, have you ever played one?
So much.
No, I've not played
So you
any
basically, when you're not doing your dungeon crawling parts of it, which is what we're seeing here, you just live a teenager life.
Right.
So you have to go out.
You go inside people's heads and battle their demons? Is that what
it is?
Yeah,
so, I'll get to that. So you get a job in a coffee shop and you make coffee and you actually have to learn how to make coffee like properly.
Covered.
Yeah, and then you go, and then so there'll be a character that's been a dickhead or something. I mean, a bothersome person.
Yep.
And you have to go into their mind and basically find those parts of them that make them a bad person and destroy them. It's weird, and some of the issues they're doing like school teachers that are physically abusing girl students and stuff.
It gets awful.
Yeah, it's full on.
No, but they do it in such a good way. It's incredible.
Yeah, as long as it's done in a good way.
Yeah, they do it in good taste to show off how bad it is.
Yeah. Like, and but then you can go into their mind under the of what you want to look like, and you create these little these monsters that come up behind you. You can see this guy here, that blue guy, and they're your personas, and you can pull them. So they're like enemies that you've captured, like Pokemon. And you can mix the enemies.
Hey, whoa, hang on. Let's
but you can mix the enemies together, like a bunch of them, and add aspects and create new personas and these new enemies that you can only make by mixing stuff together.
Imagine you could mix Pokemon together
to make new Pokemons, like millions of different sorts.
Digimon.
Is that what they do in that?
I don't know. I might say something might be a bit controversial here, but this game looks pretty good. I think I might give it a go.
But I found a bit like the bits that weren't the dungeon crawling bits. It got a little bit tedious for me.
Right.
Like, because you have to go like hang, and you become stronger in the game by
Having friends.
Yeah, by having friends. So the better your bonds with your friends, the more you level up. So you have to go out and go hang out with them, do stuff, and then you go, let's go out.
You bring a mate with you in and everything. Like your mates make your team and stuff. Like,
Sweet.
it's cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, having said that, and you said you own it already, if it came to Switch, would you buy it?
Well, not really, because I've already bought it on like PlayStation 4.
But the idea of taking it anywhere and being able to play it anywhere, is it the type of game
I originally played Persona 3 on my Vita.
Yep.
And that was cool. Oh, the other thing that makes this game amazing is the music is on point, awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, really?
Like, it's really unique, like bands and songs and singing and like, anyhow. But
Sweet.
Read, Dan, I'm going to deliberately bring your attention to the chat. Read that out loud.
What?
The bottom comment from Ash.
I can't wait for teacher abuse in Smash Ultimate.
What does even that mean?
Because we referred to teacher abuse. It's like they do it in a tasteful way.
It's really funny.
Don't make me come into that computer screen, Ashraf, and get you.
Anyway, moving on from awful things. Game Freak have said they want to surprise Pokemon fans this year. So we already know Generation 8 is coming out very, very soon, probably around November, because that's what they've done for the past 3 years. I got thinking, what could this possibly mean? Could it be Pokemon Let's Go Johto, which we're seeing Pokemon Let's Go here in Kanto. Johto was the second game, so we're going to see another remake of that. Or could it be something along the lines of Gen 8 being Pokemon World? Now, this is something that I've always wanted to get. In case you didn't know, Dan, which you wouldn't have, each of the Pokemon games take place in a different region. Like in Japan, for example, have different prefectures.
Do they have Pokemon Salisbury?
Yes, Dan, they do.
Good.
In Japan. And what I've always wanted to see is a map with all these places on it, and you travel through each region, defeating the Elite Four and becoming the champion of each of those regions. And then after you've gone through all 7 or 8 regions, then you become the world champion. We've never had like a big world champion of Pokemon. And the fact that the Switch has more power now, I'd really love to see that happen. Pokemon World. That's my hit pick.
I tried to ask, what exactly is Persona 5? Like, what's the difference? Does anyone know?
Persona 5R?
Yeah.
I didn't look that up.
Yeah.
So,
that's a Google.
Yep. Links in the description below.
Links in the description, Persona.
We're not going to remember to put that link in.
Nah.
Jump Force. My Hero Academia fighters have been revealed.
Can I talk about this?
Please do, because I know nothing about My Hero
so
Academia. My
it's not-
daughter loves it.
It's not just My Hero Academia. It's also Asta from Black Clover, which is another. I watched both of these. Other reveals, so they're both in this trailer.
Right.
There's Asta.
That's Cell.
No, the guy's fighting. So I'm really looking forward to this now. There's actually stuff happening on this, sort of spoilers that I haven't seen him do in the show.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so I'm a massive fan of my battle mangas. So I love Black Clover. I love My Hero Academia. Both these characters are very, very similar in the fact that they're both characters in the show that started with no powers in a world where everyone has powers.
Cool.
And then they obviously obtain like ridiculous power. But yeah, so these are great characters. The fact that these brand new characters are going to be in Jump Force, I'm pretty excited. But I am worried that Jump Force does just look like a clone of the Naruto fighting games, the Naruto ones. Because I'm watching. Here's the Asta character. Oh no,
it's the same one we just saw. I think Braden just.
This is the same. I just went.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I am worried that it's just going to be the same kind of battle system where you got your hits, your dodges, your throws. But don't get me wrong, that worked really, really, really well with the Naruto system, because you can get that points where you can build up your character. You know, some of the characters get beaten down, and as they're like right at the end, they get their forms come in and stuff like that, because that's how anime works.
Did you see the game footage? Like, not the
actually,
demo footage.
I've got some more for later in the show. Actually,
oh, okay, good.
I've got a Vegeta and Goku fight.
Oh, well, I haven't seen that before.
No.
Yeah, it very much looks like that. because the HUD pops up and you can see what buttons are which, and
yeah.
So it is looking along that line. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later in the show. I've got a hot take. And
What's
lastly,
a hot take?
it's like a hot potato, but you
hot
take
tip.
it and it's hot.
A hot take. It sounds like it's taking a hottie.
No, a hot take is a thought.
Taking a hottie to the toilet.
No, a take is a thought, and I've got
Steamer.
a hot take, something that's going to
Yeah, the steamer.
create some impact.
Hot steamer.
Finally, former Blizzard developers are working on a new Marvel property. No other information has been released about this, but it just got me thinking, which characters would we like to see? A couple of the ones I'm thinking of are the Wizard, Angar the Screamer, the Punisher, Iron Fist, and as I was writing that, realised, no, they're all porn star names.
Oh, no.
So, Dan, who do you think this new Marvel game will be?
It's clearly going to be a dupe game.
Oh, man, I'd love a dupe game.
Dupe game.
But really, we've had a Punisher game that was pretty good on PlayStation 2. We know that Avengers is coming. We know... Well, Spider-Man we've already got. Maybe X-Men?
X-Men game could work. They haven't done a really good X-Men game since that arcade big long screen one.
Yep.
I don't know, like... I don't know. Who could they do that's, like, really, really good? I'm trying to think. I always get my DC and Marvel mixed up. I'm like, oh, Mr. Miracle.
Has there ever been a Fantastic Four game that wasn't based on one of the movies? I mean, it could be that. They're sort of pushing ahead with Fantastic Four now. There hasn't been a really good Iron Man game, but I imagine he'll be in the Avengers, and Anthem's coming out.
Hey,
so.
I played Iron Man on the DS. That was a hot pile of garbage.
Yep. Thank
the
you.
Iron Man game that came out when the first Iron Man movie came out.
That's the one.
That was okay, wasn't it?
Nope.
Oh dear. They could do a Wolverine game.
The Wolverine Origins game is supposedly really good.
It's all right.
You've played that one?
Surprisingly, not as bad, nearly as bad as the movie.
I could do an Ant-Man game where you big and small.
That's true. Yeah.
You can play
where you have to grab little things, you throw them and make them big to crush people and stuff like that.
You could play with like big levels and small levels.
Yeah, you could like go into Legoland and stuff like that.
Just looking in the chat, we've got a couple of suggestions. Squirrel Girl, which I wouldn't put it past them. ROM the Space Knight. IDW have the rights to ROM now, so that's a no-no.
Yeah.
And X-Men Legends was okay. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. They had another one that came out after X-Men Legends where you designed your own mutant, but you had like 1 of 4 powers to choose from.
Oh my god.
So it really wasn't designing your own mutant. It was like, here, have this. It was like selecting a character in Pokemon where you can have boy or girl and change their hair color.
What other? Marvel. You could go. Marvel owns the bloody Star Wars universe now.
Yeah.
They could go Star Wars. That could be the new Marvel game.
So
I don't know why they would, but
we'll keep an eye on that and let you know what Marvel game is being worked on now.
Hopefully a good one.
Yeah, great one.
Speaking of good ones, King Kaiju Collectibles. He's a good one. He's the goodest one. If you like plastic things that aren't here at the moment because we're from our studio. Oh, Mechagodzilla. There you go. You like that? You see this? You see this Mechagodzilla, man?
Jesus.
You want one of him to break your ears, just like Dan has now, head on over to King Kaiju Collectibles on Instagram or Facebook, or jump on into Greenlight Comics and look at his vast shelves. He's got many a shelf.
I'm going to make a video next week so we can just play it.
Sweet.
And over. So
King Kaiju Collectibles. Check him out. We've also got a Patreon.
Check him out.
Check him out. and his toys. Look at all his toys.
Yeah, we do have a Patreon. Over on Patreon, if you want to support us, you can get extra stuff. For all sorts of different tiers, you can go over there and see all the stuff.
We did a studio tour before for our Patreons because once you... I don't know what that was.
The tiers.
Oh, right, okay. We did a tour of our new studio just before for our Patreons in the Patreon Facebook group, which you get access to no matter what... What are you waving at?
I'm showing off our studio.
Oh, okay. Which you get access to no matter what level you support us at. There's $1 a month. There's $3 a month. There's $10 a month. $10 a month gets you access to our Patreon-only podcast, which is Dino More, where we talk about all the irrelevant stuff. And we have a live chat there and encourage people to chat.
Yeah.
You do get that in the end, though. You just get it a month later if you're not a Patreon supporter. But we don't. Links in the description or patreon.com/hackthedino. Okay, topic of the show time.
Ooh, what is the topic of the show?
Dan, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's 2019.
I know. It's like...
We don't have hoverboards and we don't have flying cars, so I'm a little bit angry. But we're going to have some other things.
Hmm.
And I thought right now we should go into what those other things are. So these are our predictions. We all sat down around the table and had a discussion about what we think 2019 will bring in the way of video games. Sorry, I'm just making a video game universal gesture, so you all know what it is.
What is this video you made me get?
Is this Mr. A Game?
Yeah, I think it must be.
Yeah. Oh, we got some news on that as well. All right, very first prediction. The next Zelda Switch game will be announced this year.
Ooh.
We know they're already working on it.
I may get a Switch game this year.
No, you won't come out this year. They'll announce it this year.
Oh.
I don't see it coming out before 2021.
Oof.
Oh, that is the future. That's Blade Runner future.
Maybe not. Well,
actually Blade Runner's this year. Oh, whoops.
I think they're going to be using the same engine. It might even be like a Majora's Mask type mini game type thing, which would be really cool.
Yeah,
Imagine playing like a Majora's Mask type thing or a further adventure. They just make a sequel to Breath of the Wild.
If they just remade A Link to the Past, this style, that'd be cool. I'd play that.
Yeah, going into Dark World, that would be cool.
Yeah. So
I'd see Majora's
So
Mask
you're just reckon that there's going to be a mention of it this year.
Oh, they'll announce it. We'll get a GIF. We'll get a GIF in E3.
Nice.
Nintendo and their GIFs.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. What do you got?
I think that, or we think, but we're just going to alternate our thoughts. We may even get a Death Stranding release date.
Ooh, excited about this.
Yeah.
What do you think that release date's going to be?
Launch title for the PS5.
See, that's my tip. I'm
December.
The run sheet, Brayden.
Sorry.
Spoiled my surprise.
I actually didn't. I just said it.
It's going to be December 30th, 2019.
No, we'll go into this a little bit later.
Skip forward to the actual gameplay footage of this, Brayden.
But I actually think that this is going to be a launch title for the PS5. And it's exclusive to Sony, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll definitely be a launch title.
Yeah, it almost looks too good, doesn't it, this game? We're looking at it now, and I'm like, yeah.
Imagine if that's an open world.
I think it is.
Yeah, no
thanks. If you can just go anywhere.
Are they on Mars there?
I think it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's insane.
How good's Kojima, everyone? Golf clap for Hideo Kojima.
Good on you, mate. Good show.
I know you're a fan, Kojima-san. Thank you. My turn. I think there will be a new Switch model announced. Now, there was rumors of this before, but I'm pretty sure that Nintendo is going to go the way of the DS systems, and they are going to milk that system for all it's worth and try and get suckers like me to buy more than one console.
So they're going to go like, okay, the new Switch has come out with 56k RAM.
I think if they can find a way to get a game like Red Dead Dudes. Red Dead Dudes. You heard it here first. Red Dead Dudes comes to the Nintendo Switch this year.
2019 prediction.
Red Dead Dudes coming at you.
It's just it's all the mini games of Red Dead Redemption with none of the horse stuff.
No. It's in the same time period, but down near the beach where they're all a bunch of surfer dudes. And they all go surfing sharks.
Yeah,
Red Dead Dudes.
They go, let's go to John Marston's house and crack a tube.
Totally, man. And they're British for some reason.
Yeah. Point Break.
What are we talking about? New Switch. It's coming soon.
Yeah. And that's it? That's it?
That's it.
You're pretty sure?
Yeah, that's another one.
What else have we got here? We're at E3.
E3.
It's going to go down.
You reckon?
Oh, I reckon it's like there's too many big new conventions coming out. You get the stuff like the PAXs and all the other announcement things. E3 is kind of like, look at this. I mean, this is footage from E3. Get rid of that person. Where are all the people?
Yeah. It might have been before it opened or something. Like, this is the main showroom floor from this year, I believe. Nintendo have sort of set a standard.
Oh, Watch Dogs 2, that's not this year.
It's not?
No.
Sure it is. That's Watch Dogs 2.5D.
Yeah.
So, good a Just Dance game. Just what everyone wants to see.
Hey, it's not E3 without Just Dance.
So, my feeling is Nintendo set a standard with their directs, which we might be getting next week, by the way. 10th of January is hinted at.
Make these people small, Brayden.
I
hate them.
They can just bring out their own little directs and announce their own games, and Nintendo's proven you can create a huge amount of buzz by doing that. They save on the fortune that they would spend on E3, on a booth or something like that. I also think that with Sony not being there this year is a sort of another death knell. Like, if Sony's not rocking up, that's
some nails, isn't it, in your coffin?
Like, they opened the doors last year or the year before, they opened the doors to the public for the first time. And everyone was expecting those tickets, those 5,000 tickets or 50,000 tickets.
Go blink.
Yeah.
And they weren't.
They weren't. You could walk up on the day and buy a ticket and walk straight on in. So I think the game industry is moving away from this big show. As you said, Dan, there's too many out there now. We've got Xbox, XO conference, PlayStation have theirs. Nintendo, as I said, had their directs. There's a plethora of other things. You've got the Game Awards, where announcements are now a huge part of the Game Awards.
Yeah, the Game Awards have nearly taken over from this.
And I
reckon the game. I don't know much about the actual Game Awards. Is there like a floor space at the Game Awards like this?
No, it's just an award ceremony.
I reckon they'll branch out.
Well, you never know. Jeff Keighley's always trying to make it bigger and better.
The problem with like E3 is that it was originally it's a trade industry trade show, and then they let's let the public in. And then they haven't really done much more than that. They've kind of gone like, okay, let's let the vendors in and make it look like Toontown and stuff like that. But I don't know, like Gremlins?
Yeah, whatever.
That's Lego Dimensions.
Oh, I love
That's
Gremlins.
dead now.
Speaking of being dead, Dreams. You know that game? Remember that game that was announced years ago? I think it'll come out this year. I think it'll finally see the light of day. And I don't think it's going to be very good.
It doesn't look very good. What is it about? It looks like Neil Gaiman made this world.
Well,
or
Dave McKean.
Dave McKean, yeah. Sorry.
I think you'll find.
If you got the game, he could.
Oh, get out.
Look at that. That's so McKean. Look, realistic train, edgy man.
So basically, it's a bunch of mini games.
Is it VR?
No.
That was very VR. That was your hands and stuff.
I think you can use it in VR.
It might be dual, but it's basically you create your own game within it. So you do a couple of mini games and then create your own game.
Yeah, right.
It's been delayed and delayed and delayed. So I kind of think it needs to come out this year because PlayStation 4 is entering its shutdown phase. Or is it on Xbox as well? Maybe it's only on Xbox. I don't know. Journalism.
Done.
Dreams.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to
Dreams
go
is
well.
PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, Dan.
Yeah, so you just hit me up with I was still thinking about Dreams.
Still dreaming.
On the list. This is the big call.
Yep.
We just think that probably they might announce maybe a mini Nintendo 64.
Hit it, Brayden.
That's it.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing here is the Australian Nintendo 64 ad. I loved this as a kid. This was for Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64. And they just start beating the crap out of each other. It was amazing.
How's that pub punches?
Kicking Pikachu, smacking him up in the head. Oh, man.
You guys had this as...
This was our commercial.
This is amazing.
Yeah, that was the Smash Brothers commercial for Australia.
Oh, my God.
And he's got little Nintendos around him. That's it.
Yeah. Amazing.
So, yeah. Anyhow, now we totally digressed. Like,
That's
Nintendo 64 Minnow.
I just wanted to bring that commercial up. Jump Force will be out.
And you don't think it'll be good, do you?
I don't think it'll be very good.
I'm gonna. There's no way I'm not getting this game. Because that look. Ooh.
Look, I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan. Don't get me wrong.
But you're not a massive fan of all the others either. I am.
I'm a massive fan
of Death Note. I
love Death Note.
Pretty much all of them I've done. And do you know what's really weird that they're really pushing in this? Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
There's been heaps of footage of the Hunter characters, and I'm like, Hunter x Hunter is so old.
Really?
I was gonna say I've never heard of that before.
Because it's all the Shonen Jump properties, right?
Yeah. But Hunter x Hunter is one of the huge ones that they've had. Like, we sell it in the shop and stuff like that. But it's just not mentioned, but it's still massively good, if you know what I mean. Like, what other characters are announced? Yeah, and so they're mixing. Like, you've got you've got Dragon Ball. Yep. You've got a Hunter x Hunter fighting like
Naruto, One Piece.
No, like even they're too old. Like the one My Hero Academia. Like, that's like
the new stuff.
That's like the core new stuff. Black Clover. That stuff is now airing simulcast live on Crunchyroll and stuff. Like, this is new. They're mixing this up, man. Who is that?
His name's Jeff.
Is that the Hulk?
He's a big man. He likes squids.
He's a Ronin.
He goes out, eats the squids.
That's something I don't know.
So he get his powers.
Do you know what? Isn't Fist of the North Star a shonen?
Yes, it is.
Is that a fist character?
Maybe it is.
Anyhow,
that'd be pretty cool.
He looks pretty fist. Oh, Frieza versus Fist.
Yeah.
We're just assuming.
His name's Jeff.
Full power.
Oh!
That was a live reaction, if anything.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you know, I'm all about this game. Even if, like I said, I was worried before it's going to control it in the Naruto game, but then again, I thought about, but that game controls really. See these little doot the dashes. That's the very Naruto game, and
okay.
But then again, it is the same company and the same
I'll be sure to play your copy before I commit to buying it.
Oh man, I buy everything.
Fair call.
Okay, next prediction. I think Jedi Fallen Order will release a date and also what it's about.
How good is this footage we've got of just the dude talking about?
Honestly, that's all the footage is of it.
Yep, that's all we've got. Andrew Renee sitting there going, "Oh, tell us about your announcement." And he goes,
Andrew Renee.
I'm releasing a Star Wars. Oh, that's really cool. And you can just see it trying.
Yeah, this dude's got nothing, eh?
No.
He had
One
nothing.
person here deserves better, and one person here works for EA.
Look at the dude behind him. The guy in the middle smiling.
The dude right behind him like, oh god, kill me now.
Yeah, look at him. He's like, oh man, like, what do I look like? I hope I'm not, have I got a boner? I don't know what I'm doing. Like, the guy behind him.
Oh god.
All right, Dan.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyhow.
Next pick.
Whatever, it's my fault. It's my turn.
Oh no, I stole yours. Buddy.
Yeah, that was no. Well, you can get the next.
Mine.
No, you can get the next one.
All right, you can take my next one.
Yeah.
More games to be pushed back so they can launch on the new system. So I think Ghost of Tsushima, Halo Infinite, Last of Us 2, and Death Stranding will be pushed back to 2020 or announced in 2020 in order to debut on the PlayStation 5. And can you imagine a game console launching with Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, Death Stranding? Those 3 games as your launch games?
Yeah, they seem like...
That would be huge!
Then again, does this game look like it's good enough to be PS5?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what a PS5 looks like.
Well, I feel.
I mean, again,
I feel a PS4 could handle this.
But this is a pre-build. Like, do I need to remind you of puddles?
There are puddles in the... Yeah, I was going to say...
Look at all those puddles.
They might not be in the real one.
Well, no.
Or is there limbs
I don't know if limbs...
Do they lose limbs?
But this game looks amazing.
Let's watch and see.
Let's see if this guy's
going to lose a limb.
Lose a limb? Are you going to lose a limb, mate?
No.
Buddy? Are you going to...
No, he's in samurai armor. You can't cut through that.
Oh!
Wow!
He lost an arm.
Yeah.
He did. He limbed him. I collect limbs in games. I love it.
In games.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Yeah, it wasn't real.
Yeah, but I think a lineup with all those games would be absolutely amazing.
So you can also like the Halo game.
Halo, I think will be Xbox Scarlet.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So what have I got here? Oh man, this is running so small. What's the third-party game?
So third-party games.
Yeah. So I realize what it is now.
Yeah,
so we're gonna more third-party games are gonna get released on the Switch finally, which is exactly what the Switch needs. It needs so much more.
I was actually. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Have you looked on the eShop lately?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, but like it needs
mackerel. There's a lot of games on there.
I want a game that looks like this.
You want Mortal Kombat 11?
Yeah, like there's some games that I don't know. I don't think the Switch can handle stuff like this.
Well, we'll see. I mean, they have been streaming, like in Japan with good internet, not like Australia. They have been streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Resident Evil 7 on the Switch through a cloud service. So it does have a kind of way to have higher end stuff, but I think this is why they're also going to announce another more powerful Switch, so it can run games like this. It can run games like Red Dead Dude.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh. Ow.
Anyway, yeah, I think the third-party support is definitely going to pick up in 2019 for the Switch. Do you want to take my one, since I stole one of yours?
Well, that was mine then.
Yeah, I know.
I said it.
The cloud streaming.
No. You go this one. Cloud streaming.
I've already spoken about it, but yeah, there will be cloud streaming for Switch games. I don't know whether it will come to Australia again.
These are predictions.
Yeah.
That's not a call. I mean, that's a call. So what do we got here? We got
See, but I heard reports today as well that even in some areas in America, that they can't get decent internet there.
Well, this is the cloud streaming of Odyssey.
Yes.
Yeah. I noticed that when I was watching this video, when I was sourcing it, it goes very pixelated at sometimes. And so,
really?
are they playing it off the line? Aren't they?
Yeah. This is
It goes. Look, there. See how like the textures aren't loading and stuff.
That's not your internet connection, people.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's theirs.
Upload.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right.
theirs.
It was a lot more heavier at the start, and I actually cut that out.
Trying to make Nintendo look good.
Yeah.
So it could be a reality, maybe in America. I don't think we're going to get it here in Australia, at least not for a very, very long time, because the internet upgrade we've got coming isn't much of an upgrade.
No, it'll work out.
Okay.
What's up next?
Next, Dan.
We might get a release date for Metroid Prime 4
At E3?
at E3. I didn't
Now,
read that.
what do you reckon? Is it going to come out this year, or is this going to be another 2020? Considering they got Pokemon coming out at the end of this year, I think maybe... See, now that I know we're getting a direct, I reckon we might actually get some gameplay footage or a mini trailer, more than just a GIF.
Well, we know what it we know it looks like this.
A 4.
Can keep going, Brayden.
There's like 10 more seconds
Yeah,
left.
we want to get the Metroid bit in there. This is the logo reveal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's all we've seen of it. I think
And there
we'll
we
get a
go.
little bit more of this.
So what they've done here, let's explain this. They've taken the original Metroid logo, put Prime underneath, and then did a 4 next to it.
But you're forgetting the most important part. It's now in development.
Developed for the Nintendo Switch. I feel that they've taken they've taken a leaf out of Resident Evil 4 for this logo. It seems very similar.
All right.
Resident Evil 4.
Now, we've gone into this a little bit already, but I'll say it once again. I believe we're going to have a November release for Pokemon Gen 8, and I believe it's going to be Pokemon World, as I spoke about before. I also think we're going to get Let's Go Johto announced for 2020. Nintendo really want a Pokemon game each and every year.
What's a Johto? Is that a Pokemon?
No, Johto's a region. You know what I went into
before
when
yeah,
you were pretending to go to sleep and not
But
listen
it's
to
called
what I was
Let's
saying.
Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. It's not Let's Go the places.
Well, I don't know what it will be called. I don't know the Pokemon they'll choose to start. Probably Togepi and Pichu.
Nah, Bulbasaur.
No, he was this one.
No, it was Eevee.
Dan, don't try and talk to me about Pokemon.
I did a Pokemon skateboard. They're up on the wall.
All right, last one, Dan. Oh, no, there's 2 more.
No, there's 8 more.
Second to last.
Where are we here? No,
Second to last.
Some info on Starfield. We'll get something on Starfield.
Yep.
For those who don't know what Starfield is, it's the Bethesda?
Yep.
The Bethesda Star
Space Odyssey thing, which is
Skyrim in space.
Yeah, basically Skyrim in space.
You don't think they're going to be biting on... Oh, this is actually moving, this footage.
Yeah.
It's not a picture.
Yeah. You don't think that they'll be biting on a bit of No Man's Sky?
You know what I really don't like about this?
It's boring?
There's no NPCs.
What?
That was a hot take.
Oh, hot take. I'll take a hot one
Anyway,
on you.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I reckon this is going to be their No Man's Sky. I reckon they're going to see that idea of No Man's Sky because No Man's Sky came out and no one's really cloned it yet, have it?
No, I reckon Fallout 76 is going to be their No Man's Sky in that they release it. It's a pile of trash, and they'll go back throughout the year and do it up.
No, I don't mean like they're going to do a bomb. I reckon they're going to see No Man's Sky and go, we could do that, but better.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's going to be their No Man's Sky, like their rip-off of it. Maybe.
All right. Last prediction. I think the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Scarlet, whatever it ends up being called, are going to be backwards compatible with this current gen. So Xbox have already started this, and they do it in a really, really cool way. You take the game disc that you have, you put it in your Xbox One, close it, because that's how that system works, and then you it gives you, that's the key to download the game onto your hard drive. So
it makes sense.
You can see some of the ones which are backwards compatible.
What about if all your mates come over with all their games?
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming.
Or is it going to lock it then to that one that's got the code on the disc? And then when their mates go back home, they're like, nah, it's already been done.
But even, I don't know if you've been to the latest local pawn shop that we have over here, Cash Converters. You can get some of these games for $2 or $3.
Yeah.
So go down there, $2 or $3. You can have this on your system for the whole time. If they keep that going with the next generation, and you can play all your Xbox One and PlayStation 4 games, man, those machines are going to be almost must-haves.
That Silent Hill HD collection was great.
Yeah, Homecoming.
Silent Hill 2 and 3, was it?
I don't know.
No, the one next to Splinter Cell.
Yes.
All right, should we go to some viewer questions?
Yeah, viewer questions.
We're running out of time rapidly, so we're going to burn through these.
If you're a viewer and you're watching now live on Twitch, be sure to just say your questions and we can read them straight out.
Yep. So in the chat now on Twitch, shoot us a question. If not, I've got some that we were asked earlier in the week over on our Facebook page and over on our Instagram.
Oh, Michael Towns.
Michael Towns, Patreon supporter, big fan of the show. We're a big fan of his too.
This question's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, but he's Michael Towns, so we're asking it. Would a cat or dog make for a better gaming console if you could play games on them? What console exclusive would they have? What animals would be handhelds? And what animal would be the PC master race?
That's like 7 questions, Michael.
Yeah. So Dan.
So what would
dog?
First up,
I think a cat would be a better gaming console.
Nah, dog. It'd be all excited and be like,
Yeah, but that's why
play me. A cat, like you put it in and it'll bloody have an error because it hates you.
The cat would sit there and just not move. So you're not chasing around. Like, imagine getting the cords wrapped around your throat because your dog's trying to lick your testicles.
But if you think of it, if you think of it, I'm going to get the dog then. But if you think about it, if their personalities represent the console of like what it's going to do as well, so like your dog is going to be like, yeah, it's going to be given back to you. It's going to be awesome. It's going to try really hard.
Yep.
And the cat is just going to be bloody. It's just going to be the what was that PS that
PS Vita.
No, the one before that.
PSP
Go.
Yeah.
It's just going to be the Go.
PSP Go.
What console exclusives? I think the cat would have Poke Meow on.
Jesus.
And the dog would have
Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma.
And what animal would be the PC master race? A mouse.
No, the PC master race would be probably a penguin because of Linux.
Sure. There you go.
Wait, what about the handheld one? What would be a handheld?
A gerbil.
Yeah, I was just going to go
hamster.
gerbil. Or something handheld. What do you hold a lot of that's small?
Burbs.
You know? Euroses.
Euros. That's a handheld Euros. There we go.
Alright, cool.
Nailed that one.
We have a question from Ashraf in the chat, as well as Doc Strange here.
Yep, so what does Ashraf have to say?
So Ashraf is saying, Rocksteady game this year?
Sure, I reckon it's going to be that Justice League game.
I hope to God we just hear anything from
Rocksteady?
Yeah.
Wait up, I'm
People who
thinking of Rockstar. Sorry.
People who did Batman, Arkham
Yeah,
City,
and they've said
Arkham
they're
Asylum.
not doing a Superman game, but they're totally doing a Justice League
They're just doing a
game.
remake of Superman 64.
Yeah. And what do we got there from Doc Strange?
Thoughts on Slightly Mad making a console to complete in the next
This is a good question. Did you
console
read about this?
No.
So Slightly Mad have announced that they're making a console to go up against the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One X.
Is this like the Ouya?
Yeah, well, no, they're a game dev. And yeah, they're making a 4K console. Interesting. I'm big fan of people going and putting up the vast amounts of money it takes to have a console and to get people on board. I'm really going to be following this very, very closely.
So
to see
is
what's
it
going on.
basically it's going to be a PC?
Super powerful mad box.
Yeah.
So it's just a PC.
Yeah, well, it'll run 60 frames per second. It's in 4K. Yeah, PC.
It's going to be so hard to beat like the Nintendos and the Segas. What are they called?
It comes down...
No, not the Segas. What is it? The Nintendos, the Sonys, and the Xboxes, because it's down to like making cheap quality parts.
Yep.
Where they have that market. I mean, they're Sony.
Well, I mean, isn't like
they make the parts.
Sony and Xbox, their consoles are sold at a loss, but they make up the money on the games. Whereas Nintendo is no, we make a profit on everything. But I think that any competition is good competition. I think they're really going to struggle.
I just read Ashraf's comment, buying the Soldier console as a Patreon milestone.
We can't. He doesn't sell them anymore.
Aww.
Because you got a cease and desist from Nintendo. Because who would have thought? You sell someone else's property, they ask you to stop.
It's weird, isn't it?
But yeah, I think that they're going to have a hard time with that, especially without third-party support, because we've seen how Nintendo has struggled with that in the past.
I hope the Slightly Mad one is Android-based.
All right, we're going to do one more question. If you could go back in time, what would you do? Dan.
What would I do if I could go back in time? I would tell them to not bring out No Man's Sky.
Right.
So early. No. I would... I don't know. What would... are we doing this... What would actually do?
No, I'd go back in time and...
I'd probably make out with myself. Go find me and go, well, we like each other. We think we're great. Let's kiss.
Doesn't surprise me at all. I'd go back in time and find a man called George Lucas before he made any films and tell him about a great idea I had for a series called Star Wars.
Star Wars.
And then make him sign over 50% ownership to me.
Fair call.
That just sounds like all you care about is money.
Well, mine was
As
also
opposed to making out with myself.
That's all I can't do. I can make money in real life.
I was also going to have a money one. I was going to say, make my dad, when he worked in a sports store, buy 3 of every cool sneaker.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My God, that market. Jesus.
All right, should we hurry through Dan versus the World? Woo! All right, we're going to do some moving here. Next week, we're going to have a guest. Yeah. Next week, we're going to have a guest.
Oh, yeah. Next week we have...
We'll say at the end of the show. We'll play this first.
Okay.
But Braden, are you in?
Hello,
There he is. Hi,
Where's
Braden.
your mic?
Your mic, Braden.
I forgot my microphone.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, Dan versus the World is where we put Dan up against the world. I have 3 songs here from any video game in history. I'm going to play the first song, first 5 seconds of that first song. Dan and Braden each have 5 questions, which they will alternate in asking. At the end of the 5 questions, they guess what game it is. If they guess beforehand, they lose that point. And at the moment, I think we're all tied up at 4 apiece, I believe.
Are we? I can't remember.
It's all tied up. Dan's on 4 and Braden's on 4. The winner at the end of the season gets this trophy. The trophy of Infinite Awful. Infinite Awful.
You're getting pretty...
Tongue-tied.
You're getting pretty, familiar with that trophy, Braden. Don't get too familiar.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to hold?
No, I don't need to
No,
hold it.
no.
I'll have it for the next year.
Oh.
No, because Braden representing the world is actually the carryover champion. Remember that time you lost, Dan?
Nah.
Do you remember that?
No, never.
Check it out. Episode 50 of Hack the Dino.
To an entire crowd of people.
That must have been the person who went back in time.
Studio audience watched Dan lose badly.
Oh.
Anyway, here's song number 1.
Yep. Turn it up.
It's a quiet song. Alright, now no looking at the chat.
What is it, Ashraf? Tell me.
We haven't thought of this as a live rule.
Alright, Dan, question number 1.
What console is it on?
This one was on multiple consoles.
We should do it when we're not allowed to ask the same questions in 2 weeks in a row.
We
up
would
to
have
you.
0 questions.
Yeah.
We would have
Right,
no
so
clue
What
what
did you
to
say?
do.
I wasn't listening.
PlayStation 4 and Xbox.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay. Do we have who was the developer?
NetherRealm.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Yeah, that's a bit. So they've made one game franchise.
Well, 2.
No, there's a few.
So you can see the folly in alternating, because if you ask a question and it's as obvious as that, guess who's got the leg up?
That's
Dan.
not that obvious.
Question
There's
number
a
2.
couple.
I'm just trying to remember. It's in my notes here. No, it's not in the notes. You took it out.
Oh, what do you mean?
Should I just
Question number 2.
guess?
Go for
I
it.
need the exact title.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh, I don't even know.
Go for it.
Look at you edging your monster.
I just realized I don't know if I even know. I'm just gonna say it.
Yep.
Is it Mortal Kombat 11?
No, because that hasn't come out yet.
That's the new one.
10 XL.
Too bad.
Which
You
one
said
was
11,
it?
It was 10. So Braden gets that
Ah,
one.
man.
So the world on 5, Dan on 4.
I was just gonna ask if there were DC characters in it.
Yeah, well, that's probably your safe bet.
Yeah.
Okay, song number 2. Whoop. There we go. It's working now. It's thinking. It's thinking about it. Oh, good.
Brought to you by Apple.
Is it not working?
It's doing something. It worked just before when I played it.
Hey Dan, how you doing?
Oh, good. There we are.
Oh. Oh, it was about to get
It was
good.
about to get really. All right, Dan. Question number 1.
I would like to hear another 10 seconds.
Oh, no.
Yes, yes, yes. Do it, do it.
Because
realise how long it took-
you closed it, didn't you?
No, it's here. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's just so much 90s awesome about it.
That's from the 90s?
Ooh.
Oh, Oh man, I just want to put that on my iPod and listen on the way to work.
I reckon I might download that actually.
Keep hold of it.
Dan, question number 1.
I had one. That was mine.
That was his.
Oh, what was it?
I asked for
10
more time.
seconds.
I wanted to hear more.
Right,
I just wanted to hear more of it.
Okay. Braden.
What decade was it released?
I think this one was in the 90s.
Okay.
You'd already said that.
No, I wanted to make
Not
sure.
officially. Dan, question number 2.
What console was it originally released on?
PC, originally.
The Perk?
The Perk.
The book.
Braden, question number 2.
Who was the developer?
ID?
Okay.
ID? Yep,
Okay.
probably. I'm sure they'll let me know in the comments if it's not. Dan, question number 3.
I think I've got an idea of what it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a hint.
Which one was it?
All right. This game is.
Because I don't want to give too much away.
It's currently played as an esport type game.
Oh.
I believe, yes. Braden.
Oh, what the hell is that thing called?
Question number 3.
Yep.
Braden.
Ah.
You can't
Bugger.
ask that question.
Okay.
Come on, just ask something, Brian. Just ask for a hint or something.
But
We're not
yeah.
running over it all.
How many characters you got in it? More than 2?
No.
Oh.
Oh, as in on screen or
I mean playable.
playable? Oh, just the one.
Oh, okay.
Dan,
Oh,
question
that's not the
number
one
4.
I'm thinking of at all.
Oh. Are you sure about that?
No, but
Does the game have... Is it the first in its franchise? The one that
yes, it is. Braden, question number 4.
All right. Got lots of guns.
Yes.
Whoa.
Dan, question number 5.
It's going to go for it. Just 'cause
Yep.
I don't know if I know. Is it Quake?
Yes, it is Quake.
Yeah, that's the one. Bloody Quake Champions is the new one, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Bloody
Quake Arena was the one that you could play a million people.
That's the
Oh, really?
one. Okay.
Yeah. I had that on the
Okay.
Dreamcast.
Ah.
So, we're at 5 apiece. Dan's on 5. The world's on 5.
Ooh.
The
So,
decider.
The decider. Now, if you both get it wrong, it's a draw. So, here we go.
Here we go.
It's all very magical.
Oh.
Dan, question number 1.
This is my question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a question I haven't asked yet. What genre of game is it? We haven't asked that yet.
Yeah, we were avoiding it.
It's like a third-person adventure game. Adventure puzzle type game.
Adventure?
Adventure?
Have we mentioned it this episode?
Yes, you have.
Dan checks his show notes.
Check the run notes.
See, now I think I know what it is, but I'm hoping Dan isn't just going to quickly look through the show notes and actually
Dan,
just look
your
at what the
question
answer
number
is.
2. So you probably shouldn't be talking because you're giving him time to look.
Yeah, that's
Dan,
true.
question number 2.
Come on, Dan.
Okay, I actually don't know. I can't even read these notes. as everyone could tell from me trying to read out the list before.
Question number 2. John.
What console is it? Have I asked that?
No.
Originally on
originally PlayStation?
PS.
PS.
PS Uno?
Yes. No. PS4.
Oh, 4. 4. Jeez.
4. Braden.
I'm just going to guess because I
You don't want to lose it?
Well, I haven't even done a guess this one, so I feel bad for when I come on and then let you guess everything and you either get it
Braden,
right or wrong.
You've got the whole world on your shoulders. If you get this wrong, Dan goes ahead.
Abzu?
It's Abzu.
Hey.
Dang.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, dang.
Braden, get out of my shot.
Say shop or shot?
Shot.
Oh, I was wondering what you were saying when you said that.
As to our audience.
Yeah.
So at the end of that episode of Dan versus the World, we've got Dan on 5 and the world on 6. Whoa. When's the finale going to be? I think the finale might be episode 75.
The end of the year?
No. Because we got episode 75 about halfway through this year, and I haven't talked to you guys about it, but I reckon we should do another live show for episode 75.
A live show?
Live
So,
show.
Are we going to stream it live as well?
No, it'll probably be pre-recorded.
At the comic shop.
But we've been Hack the Dino, fortnightly nonsense variety show here on Twitch and on YouTube. Now, next week we have a special guest coming in. Should we reveal?
Yeah,
we'll
sure,
reveal.
why not?
Mr. A Game, YouTuber extraordinaire. Mr. A Game is coming on Hack the Dino to sit down and talk to us about video editing and also all the awesome Nintendo stuff that he makes.
I do have a lot of questions. I'm an avid video editor as well, and he likes his editing.
Oh, he's a big-time editor. I am a massive fan of what he does. I watch it with my daughter all the time. I've been hinting at wanting to get him on for, like, a long time.
Yeah.
And then when I dropped him a message to see if he was eager to come on, he goes, oh, yeah, I've been meaning to get in contact with you guys because a friend of mine mentioned that you wanted me on. And I went, oh, that's cool. So, Mr. A Game, you can see some of his stuff now.
He's playing with someone.
Yeah.
That could be me.
Usually what can you skip ahead a little bit, Braden?
Okay.
This isn't his usual MO. Yeah, this is what he does. Oh, live TV. Amazing. But he plays Mario Maker levels. That's
that
in
Mega
there.
Man was in it?
That was, yeah, it was Mega Man, but it's Mario Maker.
And look, he does a lot of editing.
Yeah,
stuff
a lot of editing, and he also plays mostly Nintendo games, so I'm going to have a lot in common with him. I'm really, really excited to get him on. So he'll be here next week to chat with us, and he'll be filling in Braden's shoes for Dan versus the World, so I better choose some good songs. For our good mate, Mr. A Game.
He looks so upset. It'll be great. And we'll play the, so we're going to record that in the comic shop, and we'll play it for you guys
live next
live on the show, the interview. But thank you very much. I've been Dan McGuinness.
And I've been Ben Rosenthal, as always. You can catch us over at hackthedino.com or follow us on Patreon, YouTube, Twitch. All the links are in the description below.
Yes.
So, yes. Thanks.
Yes.
We really need to find a catchphrase to end this.
What about, come back and watch us another day?
No. Hack that dino.
Hack your dino, mate.
Hack that dino.
Nah, we're just going to have... What about...
How long should I let this go?
Just kill it.
Keep it going.
No, kill it.
Go, man.